My enemies are many. My equals are none. In the shade of olive trees, they said Italy could never be conquered. In the land of pharaohs and kings, they said Egypt could never be humbled. In the realm of forest and snow, they said Russia could never be tamed. Now they say nothing. They fear me, like a force of nature, a dealer in thunder and death. I say, I am Napoleon. I am Emperor. Burn it!
Welcome to the Siege of Toulon. Here, you will learn the basics of commanding an army on the battlefield. You have been given control of Napoleon's French army. Camped in and around this fort are your British enemies. Your task is to rout the British army from Toulon. Let's start by selecting your cannons. Left-click on the cannons with your mouse. Alternatively, you can select a unit by clicking on its unit card on the review panel. Now, move your cursor over an enemy unit and right-click your mouse to order your cannons to attack. Whilst you are shelling the enemy, practice raising and lowering the camera by rolling the middle mouse button. Alternatively, you can use the Z or X keys. Keep up the pressure by firing your cannons at the enemy. As they take damage, the amount will be reduced, and this will eventually make them run away. You have successfully routed an enemy unit. If you rout all enemy units from the battlefield, you will be victorious. You can use the W and S keys to move the camera backwards and forwards, and the A and D keys to strafe left and right. You can rotate the camera by clicking and holding the middle mouse button. Alternatively, you can use the Q and E keys. Try this now. Select a line infantry unit by left-clicking on the unit or left-clicking the unit card on the review panel at the bottom of the screen. You can double-click here to automatically pan the camera to the unit. Now, left-click on the Fire at Will button on the review panel at the bottom of the screen. This unit will now automatically fire at enemy units within range of their musket. Left-clicking this button again will cancel the order. Units are set to fire at will while enemy troops with broken morale can return to fight once they recover their resolve. These British troops have been shattered. Let them flee for their lives. Well done! You have successfully routed the first wave of enemy units. This is a good opportunity to advance your army. Select a line infantry. Now, right-click on the locations indicated to order your units to advance forward. Alternatively, you can use the forward and backwards button. If you right-click and drag at your chosen destination, you can determine the width, depth and orientation that your troops will form up in. You can also use the rotation and increase file and rank buttons at the bottom of the screen to adjust your unit's shape and orientation.
Infanterie d'élite! Horde de groupe!
Each unit has a set of special abilities, which can be used during a battle. These abilities can be selected from the bottom of the screen, and ranged from tactical formations to explosive shot types. A second wave of enemies are approaching. Keep your units behind this cover to give them an advantage over the enemy.
Artillerie au rapport.
L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres. Garde révolutionnaire. Oui, monsieur. Feu! L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres.
Le canon est prêt, monsieur. Artillerie au rapport. Batterie au rapport.
You have seriously reduced British numbers. Click on the melee attack button in the unit panel. Now, mouse over an enemy unit and right-click to engage in melee. You can double-click to charge. These men will remain in melee mode whilst the button is selected. Click it again to disable melee mode and have your men fire on the enemy when next ordered to attack.
L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres. L'infanterie suisse.
Napoleon has
Charge des
joined your
généraux,
ranks
monsieur.
for the final push. Use Napoleon wisely and keep him protected. His presence in battle will strengthen the morale of nearby friendly units. Your general also has a set of special abilities, which includes Rally, the ability to boost the morale of your units within the general's radius for a short period,
État-major des généraux, à vos ordres.
and Inspire, the ability to increase a specific unit's morale, melee and accuracy abilities for a brief period of time. Both of these abilities are clearly indicated on the troops currently being affected by them. Use the commands you have just learned to rout the rest of the British Army.
État-major des généraux, monsieur. À vos ordres. Batterie au rapport.
Ouvrez le feu!
État-major des généraux. Immédiatement. Monsieur. État-major des généraux, monsieur. Canon moyen.
Line infantry!
Ordre de groupe.
L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres.
Le canon est prêt, monsieur.
Monsieur, je vois que
nous ne sommes pas seuls. Lancez des ordres. Artillerie, au rapport.
Ah! C'est sa cervelle! Nettoyez-moi ça!
État-major des généraux, monsieur.
Castle, that one makes it clear!
L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres.
État-major des généraux, monsieur. État-major des généraux, à vos ordres. Artillerie.
Attendez mon ordre. Tout le monde à la France. Vos positions.
Into the breach, man!
Infanterie d'élite. À vos ordres. L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres. Sur le sol. Garde révolutionnaire. De suite. Rapprochez-vous.
Ordre de groupe.
Garde révolutionnaire.
Ordre de groupe. Lancez des ordres. Ordre de groupe.
À vos ordres. De suite. Feu. À mon ordre.
Ordre de groupe.
De suite.
Marche rapide. Ordre de groupe. Maintenez vos positions. Monsieur.
L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres.
Tout de suite.
Garde. Garde révolutionnaire. Garde.
État-major des généraux, à vos ordres.
Retirez-vous. L'infanterie suisse attend les ordres.
Welcome to the Battle of Algeciras Bay. Here, you will learn the basic navigation and command of the French fleet. Anchored off the coast of Gibraltar are the Royal Navy, your British enemies. Your task is to remove their fleet from the Mediterranean by any means necessary. This is your flagship, the most important ship in any admiral's fleet. The circular flag above your ship is its icon. The green bars at the bottom represent the strengths of the hull on each side of your ship, and the white bar at the top represents the amount of damage your sails and masts have taken. It appears your ship has taken some damage since last being in port, and is in need of urgent attention. Left-click on the ship card at the bottom of the screen to select Now. During the repair process, your ship will not be able to perform another task unless you cancel the repair process first. Once the repair process is completed, your ship will be fully functional and ready for combat. With your ship now being readied for war, you need to learn how to use the camera to help track down and destroy the British fleet. First, try moving the camera forward and back by using the W key to move forward and the S key to move back. Now, try moving the camera left and right by using the A key to move left and the D key to move right. Try rotating the camera left and right by using the Q key to rotate the camera left. You can use the Finally, try moving the camera up and down. Well done! You can also use the mouse to move the camera around by either moving it to the edges of the screen or by holding down the middle mouse button whilst moving the mouse to drag the camera around. Let's now set sail. To do this, right-click at the base. Your ship will now move to the first marker. You can halt your ship at any time or cancel its current orders by clicking the highlighted anchor button. Good. Now, have your ship resume its movement to the first marker. Now try double-clicking at the base of the next marker. You can also set your ship's speed by increasing or decreasing the number of sails it uses. This is done by selecting one of the highlighted buttons at the bottom of the screen. One of the British ships is moving to attack. To engage in combat, right-click on the enemy with your ship selected. With your ship moving in to engage the enemy, let's look at the different shot types your ship has on board. The default shot type for this ship is round shot. This is extremely effective against an enemy's hull and at destroying their guns. As your ship is automatically set to fire at will, once in range of the enemy, your ship will open fire. Also on board is chain shot. This shot type is designed to hit the enemy's masts and can therefore be used to cripple their movement. The final shot type in your arsenal is grape shot. This is a close-range shot type that is devastating against enemy crew members. Try experimenting with these shot types to sink the approaching enemy ship. With the British now in close quarters, try using the rotation buttons to help keep their ship within the firing arc of your cannons. successfully sunk the British ship. The British flagship is now approaching us. Prepare to engage. Return to your ship quickly by double-clicking on its ship card at the bottom of the screen. Now engage the remaining British ship.
Hissez la voile!
Now engage the remaining British ship.
Hissez la voile! Cap maintenu à tribord!
You can also control how your ship fires by use of the broadside buttons highlighted now. These buttons control the main battery of guns on the left and right side of the ship. They can be used to deliver a devastating punch to the enemy. Try clicking. Notice the orange ring running around the outside of the broadside buttons? This represents the number of guns on that side that are loaded and ready to fire. Hover your mouse over the broadside button to see exactly how many cannons are ready. This ring will build up as more cannons reload. You can click on the broadside button again to fire off all the ready guns on that side. This allows you more control over how your ship fires. The British ship has been demasted. Its crew are bringing it to a halt. Now is an excellent time to board the enemy. You can give your ship an order to board the British ship. Well done! Your ship will now automatically move into position and begin boarding the enemy. Boarding is a useful way of trying to capture enemy ships by making them surrender. This then adds that ship to your faction once the battle is over.
Appareil porté de bâbord!
broussaillards! Tirez vos haches et vos épées!
Leave their captain to me.
The British ship has surrendered. Additional British ships are coming to join the fray. French reinforcements will be here shortly. With additional ships at your command, this would be a good time to group them together, allowing you to control your fleet more easily. To do this, left-click and drag with. You will now notice that your ship cards have been rearranged into the new groups you have just created. You can still move and select your ships individually, but you can now select the Group tab to move your ships as a group. Whilst in group mode, you will also have access to the formation button, located at the bottom of the screen. By selecting this, you will be able to choose a specific formation for your ships to use, allowing you to improve your attack prowess or defensive strength. Use the techniques you have just learned to see off the British fleet once and for all. Some men live and die in the shade of their olive trees. A lifetime of peace and simplicity. This book is the record of a man who wanted more. A man who wanted everything. His name was Napoleon Bonaparte. Soldier, general, emperor. Yet, all things have a beginning. There was a time when Napoleon was just a boy. A boy from Corsica. Ambition. Instilled in the mind of a child, it becomes a powerful force. From an early age, Napoleon was taught that ambition can make a man great. His father had done everything in his power to secure a place for his young son in a school on the mainland, far from Corsica and the confines of island life. Welcome to Corsica. You're about to learn how to build an empire through conquest and diplomacy, establish vast and profitable trade routes, research new and exciting technologies, and advance Napoleon's military power on both land and sea. Fame and glory await. Let's start by getting comfortable with the camera controls. To move the camera around the map, simply press and hold the middle mouse button while moving the mouse in any direction. You can also zoom in and out of the campaign map by rolling the middle mouse button back and forth. Let's select your general, Napoleon Bonaparte. Move your mouse. Napoleon has a set number of movement points that can be used in each turn of the game. The distance he can move is shown by the large colored area around him on the map. Each time Napoleon moves, this area becomes smaller until his movement points for the turn are exhausted. Also, within the character's movement area is a slightly smaller area in a different color. This is the zone of control. An enemy army or navy that enters the zone during the turn can be attacked. Try moving Napoleon to the port of Bastia on the northeast coast of Corsica. Select Napoleon and then right-click on the map on the intended destination with your mouse. Towns, ports and cities form the backbone of your nation. Double left-click on one of them to open its information panel. This panel contains information about your general, including his current location, bodyguard unit, age, personal traits, followers, and the attributes relating to his military abilities. Clicking on the tick icon will close this panel. Once you have finished everything you want to do during it, as Napoleon prepared to leave his island home, he must have been nervous. He was a boy leaving his family behind for a life in a strange new place. If only he had known that he was starting out on a path that would change the face of Europe forever. A ship has arrived to take Napoleon to the French mainland. Select Napoleon and then right-click on the ship to board it. Notice that the ship automatically moves towards Napoleon. And if he has enough movement points left in this turn, having boarded the ship, you now need to select a destination. Select the ship and right-click near the southern coast of France to allow Napoleon to reach the French mainland. As your course has now been set, you need to end turn before your ship can move in the next turn. Having set your ship's course in the previous turn, select the End Turn button so that it automatically carries out your order. Alternatively, if you wish to change your orders, simply...
Collecte de ravitaillement!
With his father, Napoleon traveled to mainland France to begin his schooling. From the moment he saw his new home, Napoleon fell in love. The beautiful countryside and cities must have been impressive to a boy from a small island. Perhaps he dared to dream that one day he would own all that beauty. With the camera now on Switzerland, quickly move back to Napoleon using the radar map at the bottom left of the screen. Simply left-click on the area of the map within the radar panel that you wish to view. The camera will then move there.
Marchez!
Try using this method to change the view to Napoleon. Then select him and make your way to the Swiss border. Message boxes will appear during most turns on the left-hand side of the screen. As this is an important message, it will automatically open for you. Otherwise, you can left-click on the message icon to view a message or right-click to delete it. You are about to enter another faction's territory. To see what your diplomatic relations are, click on the Diplomacy button at the bottom of the screen. The Diplomacy panel allows you to seek alliances, form trade agreements, and use other nations' land for military access. Each nation is listed in either the Major or Minor Nation tabs. You can interact with a nation by clicking on its name and then left-clicking on the Open Negotiations button at the bottom of the panel. Switzerland is currently... Select the Request Trade Agreement option from the left-hand side of the screen. Submit your offer by left-clicking on the Send Proposal button at the... With a trade agreement, France receives additional wealth each turn for as long as the agreement is in effect. Your wealth can be viewed at the bottom of the screen. Do not forget to click the End Turn button once you have finished everything you need to do this turn. A victim of bullying, Napoleon held his head high. Other children may have drawn in upon themselves. He had the fierce pride of his father, and when asked to kneel before a schoolmaster, he calmly replied that a man bows only before God. This maxim would follow him into his adult years. Make your way to Reims with Napoleon. As you have chosen to move Napoleon to a destination outside of his movement area, additional arrows have been drawn on the map to display the number of turns required to reach the destination. Each arrow represents one turn. Press the space bar to speed up movement and land and sea. Both units and turn times will now accelerate. Press the space bar again to return to the default speed. To construct a college, select the town of Brienne. Then mouse over its construction site icon on the review panel. Once the college drop-down icon appears, left-click on it to start construction. Each building takes a certain number of turns to construct. This number is displayed on the building's icon on the review panel. Do not forget to review information relating to your current missions. The Objectives panel displays your active mission, as well as the overall victory conditions required to win the campaign. Do not forget to click the Enter. Traveling between regions can be made faster by improving the roads within them. To do this, select Reims and then select the Infrastructure tab. Then, mouse over the construction site icon and select the road drop-down icon to upgrade the roads. Better quality roads allow agents and armies to move further within a region during a turn. They also improve the local economy and trade. The construction of the college is now finished. Click on the Research and Technology panel shows military, administrative and industrial technology trees. Simply left-click on the technology icon within one of the trees to start research, or right-click to view the effects of a technology you are interested in researching. Technologies which cannot be researched at the moment will be grayed out. Each educational building you own allows one technology to be researched. Do not forget to click the Enter. Gentlemen such as this can be used in a variety of different ways. Dueling, stealing technology from other nations, and speeding up your own technology research time. Let's use this gentleman to help with research at the nearby college. To do this, select the gentleman, then right-click on the college
Comment puis-je
again
vous servir?
to send him there. Your gentleman is now
un lieu
inside the college,
d'apprentissage et de culture.
and you will notice on the tech tree that researching your new technology will be faster. By sending more gentlemen to this college, research speed will continue to increase. Do not forget to click the Enter. Each time a technology is successfully researched, you will be presented with this message panel. Here, you will see information about the technologies that have been researched. You will also see which new technologies will be automatically researched from this turn. Napoleon went to study at the École Militaire, a renowned military school that prepared him for his glittering career. He studied the lives of great military leaders, paying particular attention to Alexander's campaigns. He dreamed of emulating his heroes, something that few can turn into reality. But this was not the case for Napoleon. Make your way to Paris with Napoleon. Napoleon is garrisoned within Reims. To exit, simply right-click on an area of land away from the city. To build a cannon foundry, select Paris and then the Construction tab on the Do not forget to click the End Turn button once you have finished. During this campaign, Napoleon has gained various personality traits. Traits can be both positive and negative, and they are acquired as your generals do things and go places. To view your general's traits, right-click on his portrait card in the Army tab of the Review panel. find the Building Browser button, the Building Browser shows the types and locations of your buildings. Click on any of the buildings. This panel shows you the chain of upgrades available for the building you have selected. You can also use the arrows at the top of the panel to cycle through your various regions to see which buildings. To recruit a unit, select Paris. Now, to view information about a specific unit, either mouse over a unit card to see a brief tooltip, or right-click on this panel gives you important information about the unit, including size, cost, experience, special abilities, and a detailed description. The Revolution, a time of upheaval and a shining opportunity for Napoleon. Social position counted for nothing. Ambition would take a man anywhere, and Napoleon had it in abundance. Opportunity was coupled with hardship. Napoleon lost his father, but now he had a destiny to create. Make your way to Dijon with Napoleon.
Préparez-vous, marchez!
To start building the musket manufactory, remember to select Dijon and then the Construction tab. Do not forget to click the End Turn button once you finish. Workers are on strike in Paris. Ignore them for the time being. The people are notorious for kicking up a fuss and will go back to work soon enough. To increase your nation's wealth, upgrade your towns and farms throughout France. Do not forget to click the End Turn button once you have finished everything you need to do this turn. Do not forget to click the End Turn button once. Paris is now rioting. Pressing the home key will focus the camera on your capital. You must stop the riot before the situation turns into a full-blown rebellion. Now, click on the Government button. The Government panel contains information about the current status of the nation. It also gives you the opportunity to change your government ministers and national taxes. Select the Policies tab to lower taxes in France. To set the tax levels for the upper and lower classes of France, simply slide the rule buttons left. You will now notice that the map of Europe will start to change in color depending on the taxes rate you have set for your country. By increasing taxes, you are more likely to upset people, as shown in red. By reducing them, you will increase happiness, as shown in green. Another way to improve the happiness of a city's people is to construct buildings such as opera houses or museums. Garrisoning units within a rioting city will also help stop the unrest. Recruit a unit of dragoons to help. Do not forget to click the End Turn button once you finish. With the riots over, it is a good idea to repair buildings that were damaged by rioters. Click on any of your towns which have been damaged, shown by black smoke. Now, select the damaged building icon within the Review panel and left-click on the repair button to start repairing the building. Do not forget to click the end turn button once you have finished everything. After the loss of his father, Napoleon was left without a guide. He found a new mentor in Baron Dutheil, the man who was to nurture his talent for artillery and set the young Napoleon on the path to greatness. Select the port of Genoa to begin the... Now, select the trading port icon on the review panel. With this selected, click on the Change Building Type button at the bottom of... Do not forget to click the End Turn button once you... With the dockyard completed, we can defend our seas against the Sardinians and other aggressors. To start recruiting your fleet, select Genoa and then the Naval Recruitment tab from within the review panel at the bottom of the screen. Sea trade is vital. The Sardinians have a trade route nearby, and it would be a good idea to indulge in a little piracy. Select your other ship and right-click on the trade route. Once with the trade route under our control, the Sardinians will struggle to make money from it. Do not forget to click the End Turn button once you have finished. In his first action, Napoleon proved that he was a more than capable soldier. He was able to look battle in the face, unblinking and undaunted. He took this bravery and returned to Corsica, the island home that he had left so long ago. To blockade a port, simply select one of your ships and then right-click on the port you want to blockade. Once the ship reaches the port, it will automatically start the blockade. The port will remain closed until the enemy sends an army or fleet to lift the blockade, or until your ship leaves.
Préparez-vous au combat, chien galeux!
Do not forget to click the End Turn button once you have finished. Select the Diplomatic Relations button, and then select Sardinia from the list of nations on the Diplomacy panel. Open negotiation with them and choose the Peace Treaty option. Finally, select the Send Proposal button. You have successfully made peace with Sardinia. The waters along our southern coast will be safe again. Toulon, 1793. Napoleon was given his chance and control of the artillery after the previous commander was injured. Napoleon's attention to detail and confidence made quite an impression on his superiors, and they sang his praises to Paris. His reputation was being made. This is our nation's secret weapon, the spy. Before you send your army to besiege Toulon, a spy can sabotage buildings, assassinate generals, or discover vital information about the enemy. Spies and other agents can be found easily using the List button at the bottom of the screen. The panel will show you useful information about your agents, your armed forces, and your regions.
Mes yeux sont les vôtres.
Select the Infiltrate option.
J'enquête
Once
sur la
the
cible.
spy enters the city, you will see him in the Agent tab of the Review panel. From here, you will be able to carry out various tasks from the next turn onwards, including assassinations and sabotaging enemy buildings. In light of the information from your spy, it would be wise to increase your army in size and strength. Make sure you have recruited cannons and line infantry from Paris before you attack the city. To attack the city of Toulon, select your army or armies and then right-click on the city.
Monsieur, en avant! Posons le camp. À gauche, marchez. En avant, marchez.
With the assassination button selected, you will now be shown a list of potential targets, along with the chances of success for each assassination. Select a target to carry out the assassination attempt.
Balle ou couteau? Pas facile.
Manœuvre terminée.
Having selected to sabotage a building, the sabotage panel will now appear showing a list of potential target buildings, along with the chance of success.
J'enquête.
Select any building to carry out the sabotage attempt.
En attente de vos ordres.
Comme vous voulez.
Prêt. Sonnez le rappel pour la bataille.
The
Préparez les
pre-battle
troupes pour la
panel
bataille.
has vital information in determining how to attack or defend against your enemy. Apart from showing you the troops, which each army contains and their size, it also shows you how likely you are to win or lose, indicated by the colored bar at the center of the panel. At the bottom of the panel, you will notice various attacking options. These buttons allow you to either continue or break a siege on your enemy's stronghold, attack the enemy by playing or by auto-resolving the battle, or finally, demanding that your enemy surrenders. Try using the auto-resolve options now to capture Toulon.
Hurrah! Hurrah!
You have
Marquez
successfully captured Toulon and driven the British from France. Hailed as a hero, Napoleon had his first taste of fame and loved it. With the power of the military, he could achieve anything. That much was abundantly clear to the young and ambitious officer. All he needed was one chance to build his power base and seize control of the nation he had so admired. He would not have long to wait. As the British warships fled the harbor, so did Napoleon's last doubts in his abilities. He had stepped from the shadows to take command and led his soldiers to victory. At 24, Napoleon was a brigadier general of artillery. Now, he wanted an army. The years of waiting were almost over.